and welcome to this episode of Bureau News. I'm your host, Kate. Today we'll be talking about the NBA Finals with my guest, Werner Nisler, a former SU basketball player. So, what do you think of the playoffs so far, Werner?
So this year has been a little different than previous years, it seems like. It was definitely a foregone conclusion that the Cavs and the Warriors were going to be in the finals this year, and it seemed like there were a lot of sweeps early. The Warriors haven't lost a game, and they're the first team in NBA history to start a playoffs 12-0. So that's something we haven't seen. And the Cavs started 10-0, had a little slip up in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but got back on track in Game 4 and looked to close that series out in Game 5. But these playoffs have been a little interesting. There's a lot of, besides the Warriors and the Cavs, the other series have been pretty interesting, but that doesn't really matter because it's all Warriors, all Cavs. So, and we kind of knew that once the Warriors signed Kevin Durant, it was kind of it was definitely going to happen once they signed Kevin Durant, and the playoffs have been pretty interesting, and we're looking forward to that finals matchup.
Yeah, can you give us a preview of the finals matchup?
Yeah, so it's a rematch. Actually, it's going to be, assuming that the Cavs win, which is pretty much 100% going to happen. It's going to be the third year in a row that teams have met up in the finals, and that's the first time in NBA history that's happened. So the first year, Kyrie Irving got hurt, Kevin Love was out, and the Warriors kind of had their way with the Cavs. But last year, Draymond Green got suspended for Game 5, and the Warriors ended up losing 3 straight, and the Cavs came back and won it. So that was something that's been talked about since the NBA Finals coming to that rematch. And I think it'll be a good series. The Cavs are kind of playing their best basketball of the year at the right time, and the Warriors are definitely putting things together with Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry is starting to play well. And so I think it'll be a really good finals matchup, and we're looking for this series to probably go 6 or 7 games.
Awesome, thank you. So now we're going to listen to a clip from Undisputed of what they expect to see in the finals.
Golden State versus Cleveland? Do you think? Absolutely. Okay, and what? And then I think Golden State wins. I think, LeBron is great. Definitely the best player on the planet. But I think the Golden State can get in the game and lose the ball, and it's probably their time to, for that dynasty. And I think it might be Golden State's time, for a dynasty. They were up 3 games to 1 in last year's finals. Yeah, but then you got Bogut got hurt, and then Draymond got suspended. And I think if that didn't happen, they went 4-1. Oh, I think. What do you think? LeBron wasn't going to let that happen. You don't think so? Well, because first of all, the problem that I have with that scenario, Meta, is that everybody talks about, Bogut got hurt or Draymond got suspended, but they never mention Kevin Love and Kyrie not playing in the first time. I apologize. I should have mentioned that. I mention it all the time. I don't apologize. No, you don't. Exactly. Because you don't mention it. It's true. It's going to be a difference. Here's the difference, is that there's no Harrison Barnes. Kevin Durant traded for Harrison Barnes. That we were really traded together, but he's there in place of Harrison Barnes. That's a different dynamic, right? Because Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, those guys having a cold night. You really think Harrison Barnes is going to win you a game in the playoffs? Probably not. Right. You know what Kevin Durant, he's a former MVP. He's a first-team All-NBA type player. So we know what he's capable of doing if Steph and Klay suffers. But the big three, when they're healthy, they have yet to lose a series.
So one last question. What do you think of the layoff time before the finals start on June 1st?
Yeah, so the layoff time this year, especially with the Warriors sweeping, so they obviously the NBA had to kind of schedule it out for 7 games, assuming that there would be 7. But they have plenty of rest, and it's shown to, in the first few rounds of the playoffs, shown to be pretty good for both teams because they get rested up, healed up from little injuries that they have, and so that both teams are ready to go. So I think it'll be a good finals, and it'll be fun to watch.
Thank you, Werner, and thank you for listening. We'll see you next week on Bureau News.